For today's video, I'm going to go over my top 10 gold and silver purchases that I made for the year 2020.
Stacking Cat.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stacking Cat channel, and thank you so much for watching. If you're new here and would like to see videos about silver with a little bit of gold, then please subscribe, and if you enjoy what you see, then smash that like button and share this video. Alright, so we are almost to the end of the year. 2020 has been one for the record books, but 2021 is right around the corner. Looking forward to that, as I'm sure many of you are out there. So I thought it'd be a good time to reflect and go over my top 10 purchases that I made in gold and silver for the year. About a week ago, I released my silver stacking year in review, and I thought it would be fun to just go over more of the collectible stuff, some of the semi-numismatic and numismatic gold and silver coins that I purchased throughout this year of 2020. And so without further ado, let's get into the top 10 list. And so if a Kookaburra is sitting in an old gum tree, how does he avoid getting stuck? Okay, I promise you that's my only David Letterman reference. With top 10 lists, I had to go back to him. And so number 10 on my list of purchases for 2020 is the Kookaburra right here, the 1990, which was the first year that the Kookaburra was released by the Perth Mint. It was really their entrance into the bullion market for Australia. Of course, they have the kangaroo, they have the koala, and a lot of other different coins that they've come up with throughout the years. But the Kookaburra really started it all. Now, I was able to purchase this up in Carson City, Nevada, at Northern Nevada Coin when I was up in Carson City to tour the mint up there. And the coin shop had a bin with a lot of cool foreign silver there. Of course, being here in the United States, this would qualify as that. But yeah, the Kookaburra, really a nice example of what a coin could be. I love the series. I try to collect it every year. However, I do not have a lot of the earlier stuff, so when I saw this and it was at a great price, usually these are have pretty high premiums if you try to find them on eBay or see them at a coin show or other coin shops. But was able to get a good deal on this one. Of course, it's in the original Australia Perth Mint holder, which is cool too. I like these little plastic cases that they used to come in. Now, of course, they just come in the classic round capsules that you see most coins out there. So number 10 was the Kookaburra. Let's put that back. And let's get into number 9, which was a Queen's Beast pickup, the Griffin of Edward. This is one of the more sought after Queen's Beast releases. It is 2017, so it's one of the earlier ones. Of course, the series ended here in 2020 with the Greyhound of Richmond. I did find this at my local coin shop, Castro Valley Coin. I know a lot of you, if you are familiar with my channel, that Castro Valley Coin, I try to do a good amount of business with them. They have a lot of good deals out there and just good people to do business with. So I found this in one of their trays that they had, and he sold it to me for a pretty good price. And I knew this was one. I'm not really too big on the Queen's Beast series as a whole. However, if it is something that I do decide to collect in the future, I know that this is one of the more difficult ones to come by. The Griffin of Edward here. Griffin of Edward III. Didn't even notice that before. So, pretty cool design. I really like it. And It was just one of those ones where it was right place, right time, and decided it would be a good pickup to make. And so the Queen's Beast, the Griffin, was number 9 on the list. Let's get into number 8. And this is one I really enjoy. It is a $5 modern gold commemorative of the famed old San Francisco Mint. And it is also the centennial of the 1906 Great San Francisco earthquake, in which the old mint was one of the only buildings to survive at the time. A lot of it had to do with its construction. And so it became a crisis center during that time in the city of San Francisco. And it's how it got the name the Granite Lady, which is how it was known. Now, the cool thing about this, not only do I live out in this area, but I was fortunate enough to visit this old mint, not to be confused with what you'll find nowadays from San Francisco. This mint has been closed down for quite some time, and it was just cool going through it. Unfortunately, a lot of the old equipment has been removed, but the building remains, the floor plan is intact. And so I got the proof version through Liberty Coin, had a pretty good deal on it. And so, yeah, the trip to the Mint was one of a few road trips that I was able to go on this year and document for the channel. And so the reverse is really cool. It is a replica of the old Liberty Head reverse that you saw on the Liberty Head coins, which were out from 1839 up through 1906. Maybe it was 1907, I'm not sure of the exact date. But yeah, that's cool. The proof version. It was fun. I tried to buy something at each location that I went to, which was, mint or coin related. So this was that. Now, I wasn't able to get it when I was out there. Of course, they don't sell anything any longer, so I did have to order it on eBay. But I thought it was a good deal, so I pulled the trigger and picked it up. So that's number 8 on the list. So let's get to number 7, which is my favorite bullion silver coin, and that is the Mexican Silver Libertad, first generation. And of course, you see that this is 1985. So at the same coin shop, Castro Valley Coin, one of their other customers came in with a bunch of unopened mint rolls from the Banco de Mexico of these 85s. So they're brilliant, uncirculated, in really good condition. I wanted to put them here in the 2x2s just to preserve where, a lot of they are at. Don't want to damage them in any way. Of course, these are only 36 millimeters in diameter, so it's really tough to find the direct fit capsules. I have found capsules that are 36 millimeters. However, they're not airtights, and I mean, this is about as good as you can get, I guess, when it comes to this size. Yeah, it still has a lot of good luster on it. Does have the edge lettering. One of the unfortunate aspects, though, of the 2x2 is being able to read the edge lettering, which you could probably do. There is the obverse there, the classic eagle biting off the head of the rattlesnake. On the cactus, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. I don't know if you can make it out without it being too blurry, but you can kind of see the edge lettering there. I don't know. That doesn't look too good. All right, so, but a great coin. Love the Libertad. Really a big fan of the first generation. I love the new incarnation, too, the third generation as well. And the second, my favorite bullion coin. And as you guys could see, that is a great example. So that was my number 7 pickup for the year 2020. Let's get to number 6. And that is another, here it is, gold coin that I was fortunate enough to pick up on another road trip when I went up to Coloma, California, which is California gold country and the location of the first strike of gold in 1848, which spurred the California Gold Rush, of course, by Marshall, and it was at Sutter's Mill up there. So a close by town, or the town that borders on it, actually, Placerville, which can be loosely translated as Gold Village. And there happens to be a coin shop there, which is Placerville Gold and Silver. And the cool thing about that was why I chose this particular coin. Let's get that as close as I can. There we go. You can see the mint mark is S for San Francisco. And so this was minted at the aforementioned San Francisco Mint, the old San Francisco Mint, which was on the gold commemorative that I showed you guys just a moment ago. And so I like to think that this coin came from the gold rush, or the gold strike that they found there at Sutter's Mill. However, I know that it was 33 years prior, so probably not, but maybe. I mean, who knows? Do know that a lot of people back then, you were able, as a private citizen, to go to the mint and sell gold bullion, which they would in turn use to mint these various coins. So that's the most likely answer to where the gold came from. But it's always fun to just think about it, that it did come from that. So that's my story. I am sticking to it. And let's get to number 5, which was another Libertad, but a gold Libertad from 1981, a quarter onza. The first year which these were released. They did release them that year in the quarter ounce, half ounce, and 1 ounce size. I believe they minted around 300,000, maybe a little bit over. And so this was Mexico's move into the gold bullion market. Of course, they did release the silver Libertad the next year in 1982. Although those weren't available until 1983 for some reason. But I found this at the same LCS for a good deal. And same thing, same first generation look. It does have the edge lettering as well. But of course, in this 2x2, it is hard to make out, but I do want to keep it in that. And it looks to be in really good condition still. Still has some good luster. A lot of the lines are still in there in great shape. So the same obverse and reverse, just a beauty. Really enjoy that. So that's my number 5 pick. And if you want to check out, I believe I've done a video or videos featuring all of these coins out here. So if you want to go back and check out some of these videos on my channel throughout the last year, I would appreciate it. All right, so let's get to number 4, which is this big guy here, which is the America the Beautiful series, the Mount Rushmore from 2013. Really reflective. Want to make sure I do not have a face reveal. And you can see my entire room in the background with the reflection. But of course, you could also see Thomas Jefferson. I guess that would be with Washington in the background. And the workers chiseling away. Just a great undertaking that they were able to accomplish. Jeez, look at that reflection on that thing. And so I did visit Mount Rushmore and South Dakota back in 2018. I did a little trip where I went to Deadwood first, which is a cool old gold mining town. And then about 45 minutes or so, about a 45-minute drive south of there is Keystone, which is the little town where you could rent a hotel room and get a bite to eat and all that. And then Mount Rushmore is about 10 minutes from there. And then an additional 10 minutes or so is the Crazy Horse Memorial. So I'll tell you what, checking out Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, I went to both of them in the same day. It was a long day, but it was phenomenal. And I'll use the word epic. I mean, plain and simple, is the best word I could use for it. So highly recommended if you ever have a chance to get out there to South Dakota and check out Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse. It is well worth it. And Deadwood as well, which is cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the Badlands, which is the other kind of tourist site there in South Dakota. It was about, I want to say, an hour and a half to 2 hours east of Deadwood. Just did not have the time. Did not fit in the itinerary, but for historical significance, checking out Rushmore and Crazy Horse was just, like I said, epic. All right, enough gushing about that, but great time. Just a great little trip that I was fortunate enough to go on. Sorry, I turned the camera off there for a second. I hope that synced in okay. So that was number 4, the Mount Rushmore America the Beautiful 5-ounce. Now let's get to number 3, which is another little gold coin, another $5 gold coin. Here it is. It is the Classic Head, 1834. Found this at Castro Valley Coin as well. So yeah, an 1834 Classic Head, which was the first year that they did release this, and 5 years earlier than that Liberty Head that I showed you guys earlier. That was in 1881, but 1839 was the first year they came out with the Liberty Head. Now this is minted in Philadelphia. There were no regional mints at the time, so everything prior to 1839 was minted in Philadelphia, so no mint mark needed. Of course, there is no motto as well, "In God We Trust." Similar heraldic eagle, though, with the arrows and the oak leaves. Of course, war and peace is what that signifies. As you can see, it just says 5D with a period. Really cool. It's in really good shape, too. I mean, the lines are looking strong as well. You can make out the entire word of liberty there on her crown. So all the stars are in alignment. I cannot tell if this has been cleaned or not. Full disclosure, I am not the best at gauging gold if it's been cleaned or if it hasn't been. Now, with silver, I pretty much can, or have a decent enough of an eye to where I could tell if it has been cleaned or not. But with gold, I just don't. I don't know if it's because, it is a denser metal. It's a lot softer. Maybe that's why. But silver, there's a lot of telltale signs you could find when you are checking to see if it has been cleaned or not. Regardless of that, still in really good condition. So an 1834 Classic Head Liberty $5 half eagle gold coin. All right, so let's get to number 2. Almost there. Almost skipped number 2. Why would I do that? That is a 2020 gold buffalo. One of the only just straight bullion coins to make the list. However, this is my favorite piece of modern gold bullion. And not only because it's a full ounce of gold, which is definitely a benefit to that. I just love the design and the detail. The fact that it is 4/9 gold versus the American Gold Eagle, which I am also a huge fan of. But the gold purity on those is 0.9167, although those still equal 1 ounce of gold, or it's still considered that. Of course, the classic reverse, only worth $50 if all else fails. And the government's monetary system completely collapses. At least it's worth $50, right? So 4/9's fine. 1 ounce, in God we trust. The pluribus unum, United States of America. So all mottos on this one. Of course, this is a tribute. I like to say tribute, not just a remake of the old Buffalo nickels. But just a beautiful design. And I got the 2020, which is the current year. And so the significance of that is that the first Buffalo that I purchased, I wanted it in the same year that I bought it in. So that's why I got the 2020. All right, so 10 through 2 is in the books, and let's get to number 1. It's been sitting back here the whole time. That is, of course, a Carson City Morgan dollar, 1884. Let's get that nice and close. So PCGS graded MS64. I also purchased this at Northern Nevada Coin when I did my Carson City Mint tour. Maybe the best location of a coin shop you could possibly have. Now, there may be better, I don't know, but directly across the street from a historic mint is a great place to have a coin shop. Location, location, location. The 3 axioms of real estate. And they have it. So 1884, it's not a key date. Nothing significant with that date. However, in my opinion, any Carson City Morgan is a key date. So I believe there is a little over 1 million of them minted. And we'll get into the reverse here. Oh, there we go. You see the CC mint mark down there below. So in really good shape. I mean, seeing these graded Morgans is just awesome compared to seeing, a standard circulated cold Morgan for obvious reasons, but just to see the detail, and it really is art. Let's be honest. I mean, how they minted these coins back then, just phenomenal. A lot went into it. Look at the eagle with its feathers and its fur, all still in great shape. And of course, the Carson City mint mark, the main reason for the coin. So that is my number 1, the 1884 Carson City Morgan silver dollar, PCGS MS64. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you guys what I thought were my 10 favorite purchases of the year. The top 10 was not necessarily what was the most valuable. It was just the 10 favorite that I made. You didn't see any American Silver Eagles or Canadian Maple Leafs. That is in my stacking category. And these, like I said, are more in the collectible category, the semi-numismatic and the numismatic. It was just fun to go through and collect a bunch of different coins. And this was it. This was my top 10. And so maybe put down in the comments below, what were your favorite buys of the year? I'm really interested to see what you guys all out there were able to purchase. I know I've seen a lot of them in your videos, but not everybody makes videos, and they also collect coins. So let me know, what was your favorite purchase this year of 2020? Okay then, so I think that's going to wrap things up for this video, and if you'd like to see similar videos about silver with a little bit of gold, then please subscribe and push that notification bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment. And until next time, this is the Stacking Cat.